I just found a website making $104,000 per month, and I had to do a double take when I discovered that this website was created less than a year ago. How can a website that is not even 12 months old make so much money? So I decided to pour myself a bowl of honeycombs and let my curiosity run wild, and I searched for more new websites making big money. In today's video, I'm going to share 4 websites I found that were all created less than a year ago, and they are all making a delicious amount of money. And as I researched these websites, I think I found the common ingredient in 3 out of the 4 websites that helped them take off so quickly. Not only will I reveal the websites, but I'll show how they make money, where their traffic is coming from, and I hope to inspire brand new website ideas that you can build and potentially make good money in under a year of effort. So what website could possibly be making over $100,000 per month when it was originally created in April of last year? Let me introduce you to Pokemon-Zone.com. This website has all kinds of data and information for Pokemon lovers. There's a beginner's guide, a collector's guide, decks and tiers list, and Space-Time Smackdown. But at its core, this website is taking advantage of a massive new trend in the Pokemon world. Apparently, Pokemon released something called Pokemon Pocket TCG. I guess it's some sort of mobile trading card game for Pokemon lovers. The Pocket TCG was just released by Pokemon in 2024, and it's been massively successful. And PokemonZone.com is focused almost exclusively on this Pokemon Pocket TCG. And as an early resource, this website has skyrocketed in popularity as the brand new game has taken off as well. The website also has a massive database of cards that lists all the Pokemon information, including weakness and retreat levels, whatever that means. They even have scheduled tournaments on their popular Discord server. So even though this website is new, you can see that a ton of effort has been put into creating an in-depth resource for the Pokemon TCG Pocket lover, and they built a great community with over 7,000 members on their Discord server. But here's where it gets really interesting. According to SimilarWeb, Pokemon Zone gets 7.7 million visitors each month. That's incredible. And frankly, I could hardly believe that the traffic was so high, so I checked a second third-party tool, and SEMrush shows that they are getting over 8 million visitors a month. So while it's hard for me to even fathom that a site less than a year old is getting over 7 million visitors a month, the tools agree, and I guess it just shows that how quickly a new site can grow when you are riding a popular new trend. Where do they get all their traffic? Well, it's kind of a mixed bag. SimilarWeb says that they get nearly 50% of their traffic from search, which definitely could be true. But when a site is so new, tools like Ahrefs can take a while to catch up with all the growth. So as you can see, Ahrefs only shows that they are getting over 100,000 organic visitors a month. However, my hunch is that these third-party tools just haven't caught up yet, and in a few months, they will be showing that significantly more traffic is coming from search. Maybe even millions each month. But a lot of their traffic is also direct and returning visitors. And they also do pretty well on social media. People have found a resource that they love for this brand new Pokemon mobile trading card game, and they keep coming back for more. But how are they making money? Well, you can clearly see that the website has display ads all over it. While we don't know exactly what the RPMs, or revenue per 1,000 visitors, is, I'll make a low estimate of just $3 RPM. And just to give you an idea, even $10 to $15 RPM is closer to average for a website. So this truly could be a really low estimate. And because SimilarWeb shows that they are getting 4.54 page views per visitor, we can calculate that Pokemon Zone is likely making over $104,000 per month. If that's not a reason to fall in love with Pokemon, then I don't know what is. But more importantly, what new trend can you take advantage of? For the second site I'm revealing today, I want to share a website that once again simply piggybacks off the success of a bigger brand. Let's dig into Duolingo.guides.com. First of all, did you know that Duolingo is a publicly traded company? I'm probably late to the party here because I honestly just discovered that when creating this video. I mean, we've likely all heard of the language learning app, and I even used it quite a bit preparing for a trip I made to Mexico last year. Hola, mi amigos. Clearly, Duolingo works. In fact, they make over $500 million per year in revenue, and they have about 113 million active users. Now comes DuolingoGuides.com, created less than a year ago. The site is not officially associated with Duolingo, but is clearly riding the trends. This site provides written blog content like the 10 must-know Duolingo features and 5 hidden Duolingo hacks. And of course, they have several articles related to Duolingo reviews. With all of this Duolingo content, they've quickly started to rank in Google for this very specific niche. And as a result, they are getting nearly 452,000 visitors per month. Ay caramba! And with only a DR of 16, they are still managing to pull in nearly 75,000 visitors a month from Google Organic Search, as shown by Ahrefs right here. What kind of keywords are they ranking for? Well, you can see that they rank for terms like Duolingo promo code, how much is Super Duolingo, and Duolingo family plan. And if you look at their site, you can clearly see that there are display ads all over the site. And I imagine this is their primary revenue source. Based on their traffic levels and the fact that SimilarWeb shows that they get about 1.56 page views per visitor, we can estimate that DuolingoGuides.com is making approximately $10,500 each month. Cuánto dinero! I love this example because it takes a larger brand or trend and capitalizes on it. What large company or business could you become an expert on and ride their coattails to $10,000 per month? Now, before I move on to the next site, I have a quick favor to ask. Can you please hit the subscribe button for me? You see, I have a goal to hit 100,000 subscribers in the next couple of months, and I'm getting close. I want to earn a YouTube play button and display it right here. It will be like a little reward that you can see in my future videos. If you can please subscribe right now, I would truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, site number 3 was also created less than 12 months ago, and yet somehow it's getting over 1.4 million visitors a month. Let me introduce you to Theplayoffs.news. Now, you probably won't like this one as much because it's clearly a bit shady, but I'll get to that in just a second. This site covers NBA playoff news, college basketball news, and other sports content. As you can see, they don't have any display ads. So how are they making money? Well, it's from sports betting and other related affiliate offers. They get paid when people sign up or place a sports bet with various companies. They're ranking for lots of casino or bonus codes type sports betting content, and you can clearly see the offers all over the site. Oh, and yes, the site is in both English, Spanish, French, and potentially other languages. So they are really capitalizing well on an audience outside the US as well. I asked someone I know personally that works on sites in the sports betting world to see if he could guesstimate how much money this site is making. Well, he doesn't know the exact amount. He simply said that a site getting nearly 1.5 million visitors a month ranking for these types of terms and these kinds of offers is easily making 6 figures a month and potentially even mid 6 figures a month. These are highly lucrative terms and offers, so this site is likely making quite a bit more money than the Pokemon site I reviewed at the beginning of this video, even though the Pokemon site is getting 7 million visitors a month. But here's the shady part that you aren't going to like. This domain may be less than a year old, but they have clearly redirected content and links from a site that is a few years older. Check out all the redirects from thefreeagent.fr. The free agent site is a few years old, and it's unclear if they owned it previously or bought it and redirected it to Theplayoffs.news. At its peak, the free agent site was getting close to 200,000 organics a month. So this certainly helped the Playoffs.news, but it's a far cry from the 1.4 million organic visitors a month that it's now getting. But they clearly did it to get the SEO power and traffic from that domain. And it's very possible and maybe even likely that they bought and redirected a few other sites or domains. So the Playoffs.news may be less than a year old, but it took money to buy up domains, links, and other potentially shady tactics to get it where it is so quickly. A newbie couldn't do this without deep pockets and exceptional skills. But the reward is likely several $1,000,000 a year in revenue and a very profitable business. Now, before I move on to the final site, I wanted to share my source for finding all of these websites. You may have noticed that over my last few videos, I've been finding weird or boring or one-page or other types of niche websites. For today's video, I actually teamed up with Ian from SiteStats Database at sitestatsdb.com. Ian used sitestatsdb.com, which he created, and pulled several sites that were less than 1 year old for me. With SiteStats Database, you can see how much traffic a site is getting, when it was created, and compare how its traffic has changed over time. With tons of filters, you can find some really unique niche sites out there. If you want to check out SiteStats Database to find your own inspiration for sites to build, then go to nichepursuits.com/sitestats. I've got the link in the description that you can also click on. Now, for my final site, this is the least profitable site, but I also think it's the most realistic idea. Let's jump into infinitecraftrecipes.io. This site was created just 10 months ago, and in my opinion, it's already doing really well for what it is. You see, Infinite Craft was a game created by Neil Agarwal in 2024 on his site neil.fun, but infinitecraftrecipes.io was not created by Neil. It's just a spin-off site created by someone else. I love the idea because it's taking a really popular game and capitalizing on that opportunity. So what does infinitecraftrecipes.io provide? Well, it has a bunch of blog content that provides a ton of crafting guides, like how to make a steamboat or how to make a surfer. And it has sections of the site dedicated to different recipes in the game. Without veering too far off course, the original game allows you to combine different elements and create new objects or elements. Then, when you combine those new elements with other objects, you create even more new elements, creating a nearly limitless amount of new objects and elements. Infinite Craft Recipes even allows you to play the game on the home page, likely through some sort of iframe. So the site lets you play the game, which it didn't create, and teaches you about different recipes and guides for the game, and it has ads littered all over the site. As a result, Ahrefs shows that this site gets over 400,000 visitors a month. Not bad for a site just 10 months old. You might be wondering about this huge spike as soon as the site was created. Well, the game Infinite Craft was created about a year ago, and so when a new site comes along, there just wasn't any competition. Millions of people are playing the original game, and there just wasn't many other blogs or websites related to it. So Infinite Craft Recipes quickly came in and filled that void and immediately took off. And because there just wasn't much competition, Infinite Craft Recipes is now ranking for branded terms like Infinite Craft and Infinite Craft Recipes. So how much money is this site making? While we can't know for sure, we can make some assumptions based on traffic and standard ad rates. With 402,000 visitors a month and 2.25 page views per visitor, according to SimilarWeb, I simply put a fairly average RPM of $10. This gets me an estimated revenue from display ads of $9,045 per month. Not bad for a site that is really just piggybacking off a popular game. And it did it all in about 10 months. Why, yes, I would like a site making $9,045 per month after just 10 months. What popular trends, games, or products have been launched in the last year that you might be able to build a website about? There are literally new possibilities created each and every year. You haven't missed the boat on it because the idea may not have even been created yet. Want me to help you brainstorm other niche website ideas you might be able to build? Maybe you could go the weird website angle. I recently created an entire video about 4 weird websites, with the largest one making over $88,000 per month. Sometimes weird can be a great way to make money with websites. Go ahead and watch the entire video right here. Now, excuse me, I think I'll go ahead and pour myself another bowl of honeycombs and dream of big money from websites that are less than a year old. Thanks again for watching.